Still to come, from Princess Diana to Brangelina, Darren Lyons has snapped nearly every A-lister on the planet. But what are Mr Paparazzi's best and worst celeb run-ins? He's live with the answers. He's the man with the hair and the flair. Known around the world as Mr Paparazzi, Darren Lyons has snapped the world's top stars. But more recently, he's taken on an even bigger challenge, just finishing his first year as Mayor of the city of Greater Geelong. From Mr Paparazzi to Mr Mayor, Darren Lyons is the centre of attention wherever he goes.
Right, all high reses to Richard Wallace at the Mirror.
Starting as a newspaper photographer, Darren reported on the Bosnia War and fall of the Berlin Wall, before going on to shoot the world's top celebrities and establishing Big Pictures Enterprises.
Fantastic. Get him in straight away. Cheers, mate. Bye. Ooh, done it again.
He snapped Princess Diana.
One of the most special women the world has ever seen.
Brangelina.
Had a phone call from London. Brunswick, Urgent, Africa, world exclusive, $1 million. Giddy up and God bless you.
And nearly every other A-lister on the planet. But for the last year, Darren's been using his giddy up mantra back where it all began, as the larger-than-life mayor of Geelong. And he's wasted no time leaving his mark. And Mayor Lyons joins us live from Melbourne. Darren, you gave up the glamorous life of a paparazzo to be a mayor. What made you want to get into politics? Was it the mayoral robes?
Oh, I don't know that, but it is a fantastic fashion accessory for this bloke anyway. I've got to tell you, it's giddy up, those beautiful chains dating back hundreds of years. Look, I think it was all about, I'd done a lot in my life. What was the next chapter? Particularly leaving a legacy to my city. I suppose I was fed up coming home for 25 years on a regular basis, seeing not as much done as what I really thought, appreciating what we have as a 21st century smart city, and really building a city in a park and making the place beautiful and giving it an opportunity to be open for business and one of the biggest trading places in Australia. And that's what I want to do.
Darren, what's been the best thing about being in charge of a city?
Oh, I don't look at it as being in charge of a city, really. I mean, I think it's all about the community and the community engagement. I mean, one thing that the Geelong region has, not only the best beaches and the best people, but we do have an incredible sporting community, whether it be netball, whether it be soccer, whether it be Aussie rules, cricket. We're an incredible community, and I think that the idea that I brought to life on the Christmas tree this year really summed up the end of the year after a tough year in Geelong. That had, granddads and great-granddads and grandmas and all the family that came together, all 50-odd thousand of them, for that particular end-of-year celebration that has been the biggest economic success and probably the biggest event ever staged on our waterfront in the whole of Geelong's history, which captured the world's imagination. With, something like last year we had 846 million retweets about Geelong, and quite extraordinary really, and building a place that's open for business. And I think a lot of people wanted that to fail for this mayor, and I'm sure a few councillors wanted that to fail for this mayor, but it was an incredible success, and what it did is more than compete with Sydney and Melbourne on a world scale, and we just, it was hashtag Live Love Geelong for that 6 weeks, and of course, the economic development of that was quite extraordinary for Geelong.
Of course, what you're talking about is that beautiful floating Christmas tree out on the river there. How did the locals take to you initially? You were a very flamboyant character. What did they think?
Oh, look, at the end of the day, I think the polarising nature of this mayor, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're out there to promote your city, but I think people wanted to give something different a go and think out of the box. I mean, obviously, the hardest thing I've had to do this year really is not relate to the community. Wherever myself and the mayoress go, we are treated unbelievably. I mean, it is we're really embraced by the people, especially the kids. I mean, my greatest part is going to grade 3s and 4s and talking about politics, and it's really engaged. What it has done, probably be a legacy, will engage the youth actually into thinking about politics and who they can be and what they can give back to their community, because it's now my time. But you know, look, it's been an awesome, a very hard work. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the hardest thing I've done. And I probably, with all the successes in my career, it's probably the proudest year I've had. And also, on top of that, the most exhausting. And I really hate being called a politician, and I don't want to be called that. But certainly the community, you know, the approval down there, I feel everywhere I go is extraordinarily high. You're doing a great job, and I get it all day long, and it's because I work very, very hard.
You've got the talking down pat too, Darren. Hey, mate, would you like to giddy up a little bit more into politics? Would you like to be the PM?
Oh, I think it's the greatest job in the world, being the Prime Minister of your country. But I think at the moment I'm certainly just focusing very wholeheartedly on Geelong. And look, at the end of the day, there was almost a job up for grabs last week, and my Twitter went ballistic, said get up the road to Canberra. Oh, look, who knows where this guy... My life's going to be a roller coaster whether I like it or not. I'm enjoying my role right now. The one thing that I have found very hard actually is the politics, I suppose, in council, because, you know, that can be the hard work, and it sometimes can be a very dirty game.
Well, Darren, we wish you all the best. Thanks very much for being with us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, guys. Get down to Geelong.
Giddy up. See you, Darren. Coming up next.